Dan Avedon has an exceptionally likable presence that's fun to watch again and again.
But wait, Dan, the barn!
No!
What will become of it?
It's gonna require a huge hat.
And when John Jafari stepped down from Game Grumps in 2013, Dan became not only a part of Game Grumps, but a part of the lives of millions of us.
Time for this mega boy to become a mega man at his mega bar mitzvah.
Between Game Grumps and Dan's comedy band Ninja Sex Party, it's tempting to say that Dan's brilliance is his comedy and laughter. But if we pause for a moment, we notice that there are tons of funny people, and almost nobody has this extraordinarily positive influence on so many people's lives. Well, why is that? What undergirds his success? I believe there are 4 highly specific, non-random distinctives that fuel Dan's accomplishments. Number 1, self-reflection. In an interview with Aaron, Dan recalls a formative experience that stuck with him.
I started singing seriously when I was 7. And I guess when I was like 8 or 9.
What does seriously mean?
Just every day, like an hour, just going for it. No like training or anything really, but when I was 8 or 9, I was recruited into this thing called the American Boy Choir, which was, they would have taken me out of school and I would have been like part of this choir that just travels around the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he had an aptitude for singing, he recognized that consciously and kept that near his heart. In the same interview, Dan points out another of his aptitudes.
I'm good at 2 things, you know? Playing video games is not one of them. I'm good at singing and I'm good at comedy, you know? And to suddenly be able to use both of those things in a project gave me such a sense of power.
But for those of us who perhaps don't have such formative experiences, how do we find direction? One way that Dan elevated his self-reflection is by going to see a high-level career counselor.
Quite simply, Cape's coaching changed my life. About 8 years ago, when I started my artistic career, I had a lot of dreams and ideas, but no real clue how to make them a reality. And this caused a lot of pain and insecurity. So I took the Path class in 2009, and immediately everything changed. Capes gave me the tools to learn how to use my time correctly and also to find out what my goals actually were.
So early in Dan's career, he found an intersection where his aptitudes met his interests. Number 2, years of hard work. In his commencement speech at Dartmouth College in 2011, Conan O'Brien said this.
At the end of my final program with NBC, just before signing off, I said, work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. Today, receiving this honor and speaking to the Dartmouth class of 2011 from behind a tree trunk, I have never believed that more. Thank you very much and congratulations.
So while Dan had aptitudes for singing and comedy, it wasn't his aptitudes that propelled him to where he is today. In addition to some 15 years of playing in various bands that were formative but not famous, Dan put in years of work in comedy school at Upright Citizens Brigade, which is where he met his first major comedy partner, Brian Wecht. He worked day jobs while putting in lots of extra hours to pursue comedy and music. Dan has shared about how important this schooling experience was. As he recalls with a sense of gratitude, a memorable teacher.
Oh, fuck. Who's the guy who became Gabe on The Office?
Oh, I don't know his name.
The really tall guy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I can't remember his name. He was one of my teachers too. He was so cool.
And then another legendary teacher made a big impression on him.
I took like another course with a guy named Gary Austin, who was fucking awesome. I loved him. I actually learned the most from him than anybody.
Putting in these long, focused hours cannot be overstated. Author Stephen King, whose 60-plus novels have sold over 350 million copies, in his 1981 analysis of the horror genre titled Danse Macabre, he wrote this. I think that writers are made, not born or created out of dreams or childhood trauma, that becoming a writer or painter, actor, director, dancer, and so on is a direct result of conscious will. Of course, there has to be some talent involved, but talent is a dreadfully cheap commodity, cheaper than table salt. What separates the talented individual from the successful one is a lot of hard work and study, a constant process of honing. And after Dan got the call from Aaron to join Game Grumps, he began yet another streak of working really hard, co-hosting over 7,000 episodes of Game Grumps, a number that of course continues to grow every day. Number 3, personal growth. Dan has been very open about the trials he's faced with OCD and physical sickness, particularly early in his life, and receiving help with it.
That's why I tell people, like, don't be scared to, like, go to therapy. And, like, don't think of it as, like, a sign of weakness to, like, ask for help if you're feeling sad. Because, like, there's people out there who are, like, who want to help you and are qualified to help you.
Without going into too many crazy details, Aaron and I have been doing like a lot of self-improvement stuff, like going to therapy and like meditating a lot and shit. And I think part of what you're talking about is like when you like get help, the help you need, and you start feeling like right in your own body and mind. Like you're not trying to like busy yourself so much by drowning shit out and like silence isn't a scary thing anymore, you know, because like your thoughts aren't like, you know, like constantly.
Yeah.
And not that we're telling everyone out there to get therapy, but get therapy, everyone.
I would recommend it.
Yeah, I think just life is too, it's too difficult to navigate without help, and it's too important not to like
really take seriously.
Yeah, not to like work at.
He also mentioned several other helpful strategies in an episode of The Grumps.
Transcendental meditation. I've been doing that for probably like 5-6 years.
Word.
I do it twice a day, and it is tremendously helpful. Gets me nice and relaxed and centered. I kind of do these things called check-ins where like you kind of check in with your body and your emotions and see what you're feeling. Because a lot of times you don't realize what you're feeling. You're just going about your day, kind of on autopilot, and underneath you've got all this garbage just like puppeteering your actions. So that's a big part of it.
So personal growth. And number 4, he avoids criticizing others. One of the first major points in Dale Carnegie's highly influential book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, writes this: criticism is futile because it puts a person on the defensive and usually makes him strive to justify himself. Criticism is dangerous because it wounds a person's precious pride, hurts his sense of importance, and arouses resentment.
So, like, you can get 100 nice comments and the one fucking shitty one sticks with you, like, longer than anything. That's probably not healthy.
No, but you know what? It'll never happen. You'll never fucking impress that guy.
Yeah.
Because he just hates you. And
Fuck that guy.
He's not, it's not a...
There's also a good chance that his criticism is driven by his own insecurity.
Dale Carnegie writes that one of our core wants in life is to be important, to influence others. So when we have opinions about the world around us and we wish to share, what do we do with this impulse? Carnegie offers a simple solution: give honest, sincere appreciation. And we hear Dan doing this all the time.
You know what I will say?
That's what I would give you.
And this is, I won't talk like numbers or anything like this, but like just to show everyone what a fucking awesome guy you are. Before I joined the show and I was unemployed, I had just moved to LA, Ninja Sex Party was in the red, shall we say, and like needed cash to stay afloat. And we were gonna do a Kickstarter, and I told you about it, and you were like, dude, I'll just give you that. And like, I almost cried because it was so fucking awesome of you.
Since we live in a culture where we're encouraged to quickly judge other people's ideas, whether it's TV, dating, social media, etc., where we are conditioned from a very young age to make quick passes at the world around us, this isn't something that comes naturally to many of us. We're almost encouraged to critique, and yet Dan notably avoids it.
You know what? You know what's weird? And I just realized this yesterday. I've never written a bad YouTube comment, like a negative YouTube comment.
I love the way Dan puts it in this podcast-like episode of Run Saber.
And I haven't like read comments in a long time, and like shout out to the people in the subreddit. I have great love for you guys because you're so passionate about the show, but like it's hard for me to like read any of that just because like negative stuff stays with you so much longer than positive stuff. So like you can read anywhere you go where people are critiquing you nonstop, like you can read 50 things that will make you feel great and then one thing that'll make you feel shitty. And the thing that makes you feel shitty will be what sticks with you.
Most importantly, Dan models this principle across his body of work. Thousands of videos, his music, his appearances, he demonstrates Carnegie's principles in action. How? He doesn't spend his time crafting clever criticisms. He contributes tons and tons of his own creations that are aimed at uplifting others. This is true both of his art and the tone he takes in general conversations.
You know what? We love you guys, and we know you love us too, but every now and then you do something that's just like, holy shit, they really love us.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Look at the little grumpy Kirby.
I feel amazing right now.
The little grump curb.
This is the fucking coolest.
Hard work, self-reflection, personal growth, and avoids criticizing others. So just like Aaron's video, I recently put the word out on Reddit asking people what they love most about Dan. Here are just some of the responses that came in. These will roll on the screen for a bit, and if you enjoyed the video, I sure hope you'll consider giving it a thumbs up and even sharing it somewhere. Thank you so much for watching, and I enjoy hearing about what you love most about Dan.